In a geopolitical landscape where the West wields sanctions like a hammer, Vladimir Putin, the skilled navigator, is charting a new course. As he hosts the BRICS summit in Kazan, Russia seeks to redefine global order, expanding the bloc with powerhouses like Iran and Egypt. The message is clear. Despite Western isolation tactics, Russia is firmly anchored within a rising coalition of emerging economies. At the heart of this summit lies dissatisfaction with Western-dominated institutions, particularly in global finance. Sanctions imposed on Russia in response to its 2022 invasion of Ukraine have pushed many in the global South to reconsider their economic dependencies on the West. Nations fear that tools like the SWIFT financial system and the US dollar could be weaponized against them. For Putin, BRICS is an opportunity to unite nations against a unipolar world dominated by the US.
The BRICS, since you asked also about the BRICS, is a new group which is very important and whose cohesiveness is essential for a peaceful world.
In 2023, BRICS extended its outreach beyond its original members to welcome Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the UAE into its fold. These new additions highlight the bloc's growing appeal, especially among countries eager to reduce their reliance on Western economic systems.
This year, we have been working flat out to gradually and smoothly integrate new members into the BRICS cooperation mechanism. We plan to hold 250 events across various regions, with 200 already completed. Our acceptance of new members is not by chance. They are countries we are already very familiar with, and we have been cooperating with them in various fields for a long time.
Though some, like Argentina under President Milei, have declined to join, interest from Africa, the Middle East, and Asia shows a widespread desire for alternatives to Western hegemony. Putin's strategy is to leverage this sentiment, positioning Russia as a key player. This summit solidifies Russia's place at the forefront of this emerging global order. One major BRICS agenda item is reducing dependence on the US dollar in trade. BRICS nations have begun using national currencies for trade, decreasing reliance on Western financial institutions. While a common BRICS currency is unlikely in the short term, the bloc is committed to financial independence.
We see that the payment system has recently become politicized. Western countries restrict payments and money transfers through banks. They limit the use of the financial message transmission system. Therefore, in order to ensure the independence and stability of our trade relations, there is a question of creating our own settlement system, our own system for transmitting financial messages.
China has developed a SWIFT alternative, and countries like Turkey and Brazil are restructuring their reserves into gold.
China is the huge financial hub in the world, right? I think that's part of the reason why we chose Beijing, because in particular, all these years, Western hemispheres already frequent as the host. Now is a really perfect time for SWIFT to have it in Asia, particularly in Beijing.
Energy deals increasingly involve currency swaps instead of dollar transactions, showing BRICS' push for financial autonomy. For Putin, this summit is about optics and economics. World leaders like India's Modi and China's Xi Jinping demonstrate Russia's significance on the global stage.
We appreciate the traditionally high level of Russian-Chinese cooperation in BRICS. Over the years of our joint work, the authority of our association and its influence have increased. We intend to further strengthen this organization, and we have done everything possible during our chairmanship to ensure that.
As Western leaders shun Putin, BRICS offers a platform to show Russia remains crucial in global politics.
Of course, it would be wrong to ignore the unprecedented interest of the countries of the Global South and East in strengthening contacts with BRICS. In one form or another, more than 30 states have already expressed such a desire. At the same time, it is necessary to maintain a balance and not allow the effectiveness of BRICS to decline.
The summit in Kazan also signals Putin's readiness for dialogue over Ukraine, though his defiance against Western pressure remains strong. The Kazan summit reflects a growing trend of middle powers, countries avoiding choosing sides in the US-China rivalry, aligning with BRICS.
We pay special attention to expanding friendly ties with Egypt, a long-standing and reliable partner of Russia. Last year, we celebrated the 80th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between our countries.
These nations seek a multipolar world, supporting Putin's vision of a future less dominated by the West. BRICS is emerging as a counterweight to Western institutions like the G7 and EU. With new members, BRICS positions itself as the voice of the Global South, offering an alternative to neoliberal global governance. Putin's message is clear. Despite sanctions, Russia is not a pariah. Through BRICS, Moscow has found willing partners eager to resist Western dominance and chart their own path. As BRICS grows stronger, Putin's Russia steers the world toward a new order, one where the West no longer calls all the shots. The Kazan summit marks a pivotal moment for reshaping international power dynamics for years to come.